The Zambia Environmental Justice Coalition expresses grave concerns about the reported incidences of pollution on the Copperbelt and in Mumbwa as a result of poorly managed mining operations. It is our view that these most recent and devastating incidences of pollution involving Sino Metal Leach Zambia Limited and Rongxing investment on the Copperbelt Province, as well as Ozone Mine in the Mumbwa district, are symptomatic of a broader pattern of gross corporate negligence and inadequacies in environmental compliance, oversight, and enforcement. These avoidable disasters have devastated communities in Chambishi, Kitwe, Luanshya, Mpongwe, and Mumbwa, with effects still cascading to nearby areas and districts. A pattern of systematic disregard for the rule of law and authorities by these certain mining companies is becoming apparent. For example, in February 2025, the Department of Mine Safety suspended Rongxing investment operations following a fatal accident and an acid spill into the Luanshya stream, which feeds into the Mwambashi River. Despite the suspension, the company continued illegal operations, running night shifts in secret. Further, the Minister of Green Economy and Environment raised concerns about the stability of Sino Metal's tailings dam in 2023, long before the tailings dam failure at Tailing Dam 15F, releasing over 50 million liters of acidic effluent into the Mwambashi River, a tributary of the Kitwe River. As such, the environmental failures at these mining companies demonstrate the need for urgent reforms in the Zambian mining sector to ensure compliance and oversight. The government of the Republic of Zambia has previously outlined a plan to elevate our nation's copper production from its current level of approximately 820,670 metric tons to 3 million metric tons annually within the next decade. This initiative is central to Zambia's strategy for economic revitalization, given that copper mining contributes significantly to our GDP, foreign exchange earnings, and government revenue. While we are in full support of the President, we affirm the need to match this increase in copper production with an increase in vigilance and monitoring of the subsequent environmental impacts. Currently, there are significant gaps in implementing and enforcing environmental safeguards and regulations. Therefore, should mining expand within the current status quo and modus operandi, citizens and the environment are at risk of widespread disasters, such as those recently reported. As a network of like-minded CSOs, we call for the immediate prosecution of Sino Metals, Ozone Mine, and Rongxing investment for their environmental crimes. We also call for independent environmental audits and the public disclosure of results for stronger regulatory oversight. Additionally, we demand absolute transparency and accountability in the independent investigation that will be conducted on the Sino Metals Leach Zambia Limited acid spill. Furthermore, in the light of these recent events, we recommend that the government consider supplementary budget provision to the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Development and the Zambia Environmental Management Agency, ZEMA, to support efforts not only to redress such disasters, but to prevent them from occurring through their respective environmental monitoring mandates. We therefore reiterate previous calls for increased budgetary allocations to these institutions, considering the significance of the mining sector, investment in the country, and the huge bill to be paid when such environmental incidences occur as a result of mining activities, as we've recently witnessed, of course. We also strongly recommend that the government reconsider allowing mine development and operations in protected areas, given the inherent risks associated with this, as demonstrated by the recent incidences of pollution. As CSOs, we remain committed to monitoring these crises and supporting the government in its efforts to contain the disasters and restore order. We call on the government, civil societies, and relevant stakeholders to join efforts to prevent future catastrophes and protect Zambian communities from industrial negligence and impunity. Thank you very much for listening.